We got him, guys. Here, I'm just going to turn y'all loose with him while I go see if I can get to Blaney.
You kind of blend into that background. You know?
Yes, he does.
It's like camo.
Guys, just ask him questions. You know the drill. Don't keep him very long. I'll be right back.
Do you guys, does this work?
Yep, it does.
Yeah. Do you want it?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So how'd it go
I'm sure
today?
there's only 4 of you guys or 5 of you guys, so
Yeah.
for sure we just talk.
So how'd it go today?
Went good. Went good. We figured out a couple things. Also created a couple more questions for ourselves. So kind of what we decided to do is tomorrow. The weather looks really bad, and we decided to try it tomorrow and then come back up on Thursday. So the nice part is we got a day to think about it, which is the first time I've ever had a test, day off test. So it gives you a day to kind of digest everything that happened today, talk about it and go over it, and then show up again and try to learn more. So that's cool.
You won in the first segment before the final race. You won New Hampshire before you went to Dover. And you won Kansas in this second segment. Did you learn anything when you won New Hampshire and the pressure was off and you went to Dover that you'll use going into Talladega? In other words, it's like, okay, well, we don't have to win, but we still need to run good, or we don't have to worry about how we finish, or did you learn anything from that?
Yeah, I attacked the race the same way that I did before. You know, pretty much the same. Went and it's pretty much the same thing we've been doing all year. You know, if the wind's there, we're going to take it.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to get the best finish we can. And yes, it's nice that we didn't have no pressure on us to have to win the race. There's a few guys this weekend that have to win to get in, and that's a tough situation to be in. I wouldn't, hold it against any of these guys to try to do it. I mean, you're gonna, you think of the bottom 3 right now. Those guys are all winners and champions that can do it. So I'd be looking for them to make something happen throughout the race, and looking at the way Dover went and the way you think Talladega is going to go is 2 different things, because the tracks are just too different to see how that goes. But for us, we're going to race hard. We're going to obviously, this is one of those racetracks you can help your teammate. So our plan is to help Brad, try to get him enough points or a win to get into the round.
So, do you balance though your run at all based on the fact that you just don't have to win to move forward?
Right, but I still want to win.
Okay, so that's what
I have to move forward, but there's still that possibility we get knocked out next round and we revert back to points, and it'd still be nice to finish 5th in points. So we still focus in on how can we get the best finishes we can here. For that reason, and I really wish it was last year's points, because we'd be sitting really good right now with the 5 top 5s. It's pretty awesome, but it doesn't matter. It's all gonna get washed away after next week. You want to try to do it again?
You mentioned the pressure. Obviously, that was part of what led to the post-race after Charlotte last
What
week.
happened?
You didn't notice
Yeah.
that? There were a few altercations on
Oh.
coming to pit road and in the garage. Your teammate was fined today.
Oh, I didn't hear about that yet.
Yeah, $50,000 and put on probation.
Okay.
And Tony was
Anyone else?
fined $25,000 and put on probation.
That's it?
No, nothing for Matt or Denny.
Okay.
What kind of message does that send to you? I mean, you're a competitor that races every week with them.
Yeah, it's a message. That's you look at what happened, and then you say, okay, I can't do that. Who got fined the most? Okay, can't do that. Who got fined a little bit? Okay, can't do that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not here to make judgment on what happened or anything like that. So I'm not going to weigh in on any of it. But as a driver, you kind of know where the lines are. But heat of the moment, you kind of forget where those lines are, and that's why a lot of times it's better to talk about stuff a couple days later than in the heat of the moment like that, but makes it entertaining for everyone.
So what do you think when you saw the Kenza jumping on Brad and everything? What'd you think?
Huh. I didn't know what to think. I thought it was, I didn't know what it was about, I guess, at first, and really up until later on, until I got back to the hauler and watched on TV, I was like, I didn't know what everyone was mad about. So you're focusing on your own thing, you don't know what's going on. But I did stop and watch it because I was interested to see what the deal was.
So Talladega, you're just going to push Brad all day long and just push it, to try to obviously get him to win?
Yeah, we want to work together, right? You know, obviously we're going to do what we can. It's hard a lot of times at Talladega. You know, we're not two-car tango anymore where it was, you know, here's your guy and you go. There's going to be times that he's going to have to get down. Maybe we're 3 wide and he's got to get to the second lane and there's an opening, there's only hold for 1. Well, who's the odd man out? Well, I'm going to be the odd man out on that deal. So, but I understand that going into it. So, you know, we have to help him. You know, we like you said, we don't have to win, so we have to help him and try to, you know, get him into the next round to give Team Penske 2 shots at this championship still. But at the same time, you know, if it comes down to it, we're racing, and you know, we're going to race for wins, right? Because we still want to win, but you know, there could be a point that we get separated from each other, and we're going to be 2 different lanes at the end of this race, and you know, we're raced differently. But right now, the goal is to help each other out as much as we can, because it's a different type of racetrack, obviously, that we can't normally do that stuff. You know, typically it's, you know, like Charlotte, you know, once the race starts, I can't help him go faster. He can't help me go faster. You know, it kind of is what it is, and you can adjust on it yourself. Well, we can help each other a little bit here. Not as much as, like I said, the 2-car tango, but we can still do some things to help each other.
Now, if you were not, I guess, obligated to help your teammate, would you be a lot more conservative at Talladega?
No, because I got nothing to lose, so I'm going to race anyway. You know, I look at it and I think, you know, probably 4th through 9th, I think those guys are going to be conservative most of the race. Because if you only have to finish 15th through 20th, why do more than that? You know, because obviously the more you push it, the higher the risk is. So why do more than you have to do if you're in that position? So I can see them, I think, that's what I would do, is seeing them, you know, kind of laying back most of the day, staying out of the crash. For us, we want to race. For Brad, he's got to race. So we'll just kind of go along with that plan.
Because Harvick said the other night, he said, I'm just going to sit back and watch. It's going to be a great show. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I doubt Harvick's ever just sit back and not try to race. I don't know. You guys have probably seen him race a lot more than I have, but at least around him, I don't see him being the guy that's just going to be lackadaisy out there.
How crazy do you think it will get there at the closing laps, and with the elimination, that being what you have to do to get somebody in?
I've yet to see a calm Talladega finish, so especially when there's, you know, if you think about, you know, what if those 3 or 4 guys are, you know, racing each other for the win? What's going to happen? Holy cow! I don't know, man. It's gonna be nuts. You know, and I don't know. I guess just buckle in tight and hold on. Because I mean, that's part about Talladega nobody likes. There's always that crash at the end.
You ask him any question you want.
You don't want to be part of it. A lot of times, if you're racing for the win, you're going to be part of it. You know, you kind of got a 50-50 shot if you're in the top 10, trying to win the thing. If you're in 5th, you've got a better shot at making it. But it's just that's the type of racing that's there. I'm not saying we all enjoy it, but it's definitely entertaining for everyone.
Ken Childs.
What do you, like, going back to testing today, what do you work on for a full day? I mean, you guys had, for the most part, minus some rain, a full day of practice today. What do you work on a day like today?
I can't tell you.
He's true.
No, we work on stuff that we can't typically work on during the race weekends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we made a few 50-lap runs today. You can't do that during the race weekend. You can't put that many miles on your motor and on your car and everything, all the parts. You don't want to do that. You know, we did some changes that take a long time to change. And we got data on the car and stuff like that you can really see what it's doing, instead of, you know, being the thrash of a race weekend and you're hustling to get everything done, and you know, and then when you're all said and done, you're still not sure because there's so many other variables that come into play. So this is kind of more of a clean read with stuff.
Stan and Harrison, and then Steve, then we're gonna get Joey out of here.
Then
Push-
Ryan Blaney's coming up.
Yeah.
Pushing the chase aside, not thinking about the chase whatsoever, what would a win at Martinsville Speedway mean to you as a driver? Because you kind of looked at that a little
I
bit.
keep looking at it.
That isn't
Well,
even the
that's
real
an-
one. That isn't even the real one. The real one is much bigger, much nicer.
Well, I'll take that one. I don't care. But, you know, I just think winning here is neat. Obviously, you see the history of the racetrack, looking at the pictures around here. It's really cool. You know, it's obviously a challenging racetrack. And it's definitely one of those places that when people get it figured out, they're usually the same guys that run good every time. So, you know, that's part of today's sport. You know, you say you don't bring up the chase, but this being a race that if you win, you go to Homestead, and you have a couple weeks to think about Homestead, that's what makes this race even bigger. You know, winning at Martinsville is special enough, you know, it's because of everything I just said, but being able to focus in 2 weeks before everyone on Homestead is a huge advantage.
Harrison, Steve, Jared, and that's it.
When Kyle Washington was here last week, he talked about having to adjust his style, having grown up doing momentum cars. You grew up doing short track stuff. Do you feel like you have to adjust your style here? And do you feel like you're close to being one of those guys that's a consistent contender here?
You know, we ran well here in the spring. We led a few laps, really quite a few laps. I think we finished fourth, third, something like that. Yeah, fourth. So we were okay. We haven't won yet, so I don't feel like I'm that guy yet. You know, we got to keep working at it, but I feel like from where I started here to now, as a driver, I understand a little bit better what goes fast, what I need to go fast, and you know, that changes from practice to race, and when you're in traffic, and what you're going to need to pass cars and all that. So that experience I've gained, which is, I believe, made me a better driver here. And then obviously working with Todd and his 22 team and being able to communicate that stuff and being able to work on all that together and being on the same page is priceless.
Steve's passed on his final one, Jared.
Well, one of the things I'll follow up on his question a while ago about what you've learned during the day. We've heard a lot about tires. I was watching out earlier. Y'all had some real low tire pressures. Were you able to pick up anything? Are you concerned about that coming in here, especially with what's happened in the past?
Didn't have issues today. So I don't think there's many issues at all in the spring. Sometimes we get a little nervous with low pressures because the wheels will slip with the tire a little bit and it'll rip the bead. But no issues today. You know, we're always have low pressures here. Any short track, your pressures are down. So the tires look flat when you roll out there. They feel flat for a couple laps, and they obviously come up to where their peak is. So, you know, nothing out of the norm there.
I didn't know if y'all were going extremes or anything like that.
No. They look flat enough. That's extreme enough for me.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And